Hello traders and welcome in a new daily market analysis video. Today is the 27th of April and this video is brought to you by the market research team at Pure Prime. The dollar continues the move to the upside. It reached our target 102.50. Gold is a little bit in a sideways range around the 1900 and the US crude oil basically started the correction to the upside as expected. What do we have on our economic agenda and what do we expect through this day? All of this will be discussed shortly in this video. Please stay tuned. Welcome back everyone, and starting with the economic agenda, we do have a couple of things that we should look for. Basically, on top of that is the speech by the ECB President Christine Lagarde, especially after the let's say the hard situation the ECB is at the current moment. We do have some fears of the stagflation. Inflation is rising, and we do have still the geopolitical tensions around the corner, which might affect the production and the GDP as a whole for the Eurozone. So basically, the monetary policy during the next period is critical, and comments by the President Christine Lagarde is something that we should basically look for. The other thing that we should look for is basically the US numbers. On top of that comes the pending home sales for the month of March. And we end the day with the crude oil inventories numbers for this day, the 27th of April. So that was all for the economic agenda. Let's go quickly to the charts and the technical analysis. Basically, the US dollar reached our target just around the 102.50 that we mentioned throughout this week in the daily video. However, at the moment, if you're not basically long the US dollar, it is a little bit too late to go buy the US dollar. So basically, from the current levels of price, 102.50, we basically expect a downward move. Supported by a release from the momentum. We can see here that the momentum is a little bit starting to weaken basically and decline inside the supply zone that we're having here on the 4-hour time frame. So we might expect a correction to the downside, something that might reach 101.50. So 100 points to the downside is something that we will be looking for on the short time frame. However, this doesn't basically reverse or change the trend. However, it's just a correction to the downside. The correction basically will start as soon as we have a lower low below the 102.22 points on the 30 minutes time frame. Any lower low should be our entry signal for a quick correction to the downside. Having a look on the euro, basically, yes, we are trading currently below the demand zone. However, as the 30 minutes time frame as well as the 4-hour time frame, we are starting to see some fresh bullish momentum showing up here, and we're having this bullish divergence on the euro versus the US dollar. So we do have the same exactly. However, on the opposite side, the levels of 1.0654 is key and is something that we should look for. Whenever we have a higher high above those levels, basically we will be continuing the move to the upside. A correction on the euro is something that is highly expected. The same goes for the pound. However, the correction on the pound is something that might reach the 1.2675. So we had this level as a support. We broke below. A correction is expected to the upside to retest those levels again. So 100 points to the upside on the euro and as well as the pound is something that we will be looking for during today. Basically, the euro pound is still in a smooth and a clear strong upward trend, and we are still having our target set around 0.8507 or 0.85. We mentioned that any downward move on the euro pound is something that we should buy. Ending the video with the gold trading, however, we are still at the same current levels, roughly just around the 1900, and we are having some fresh momentum to the upside on the 30 minutes time frame as well as the 4-hour time frame. So yes, we do also expect an upward movement on gold during today's trading. However, this correction should be confirmed once and whenever and if we break above 1907 on the 30 minutes time frame. This should be our entry signal for a quick buy opportunity to basically the levels of 1952. So that was all for today's daily market analysis video. Thank you so much for watching, and please stay safe.